psychology, and public speaking. Having studied both these concepts, I feel there is a large degree of overlap between the two. For instance, let's talk of the primacy effect in psychology. They say that first impression is largely the last impression. I don't wholeheartedly agree with this, but yes, I do agree with the concept that first impressions make a lot of sense. So, if you make a good first impression, you will be able to carry it on further. This is closely linked to a concept which is called the halo effect in psychology. Now, the halo effect means that if you have a positive conception of somebody, then you're going to forgive and forget a lot of negatives of the other person because the positivity is going to override the negativity. Let me give an example. In the 70s, an experiment was done in which two ladies wrote essays. Now, the photograph of these ladies was attached to their essay, and two different groups were supposed to judge the ladies on the basis of their photograph and the essay they had written. Now, one lady was very well dressed, and the other was really shabbily dressed and looked plain untidy. The people who were rating the well dressed lady, they gave her so many positive attributes, and those rating the badly dressed lady gave her negative attributes. They were judging on the basis of an essay the lady had written. Now, the interesting fact was that both the ladies had written identical essays. So, what comes out of this is that we are really affected by what we see first, and that is the overt appearance of a person. So, first impressions and physical impressions do count. Then let's talk of another concept which is imperative in public speaking. This is called confidence. Now, there was a study done in Wolverhampton by the University of Wolverhampton in 2009, and they said, or rather, they concluded, a highly confident speaker is viewed as being more accurate, competent, credible, intelligent, knowledgeable, likable, and believable than the less confident, uncertain speaker. So, this goes to prove that once you're confident, you're going to get a lot of positive attributes attributed to you. So, make use of that. University of Wolverhampton had this positive contribution to make to psychology. Now, closely linked to the concept of confidence is Amy Cuddy. Amy Cuddy's study is called Fake It Till You Make It. That's the punchline which most of us hear and which I think we interpret a little wrongly. Most of us understand Amy Cuddy to be saying that if you can fake your body language, then people will perceive you as being more confident. Actually, what she's trying to say is that if you can mold your bodily reactions, then those bodily reactions will be perceived by your brain and it will interpret things positively and you will give off positive impressions. So, though I do use fake it till you make it in a lot of my presentations, the understanding of fake it till you make it is slightly different from what the first instance it goes to give. Then let's come to the 10,000 hour principle. This is given by Malcolm Gladwell. Now, what he said was that if you practice anything he said, for 10,000 hours, you'll be an expert. Now, this seems rather self evident or rather a no brainer. But imagine 10,000 hours of anything. It's a huge, huge number. I don't quite know how he arrived at this conclusion, but it is factually determined and accepted, especially in fields of public speaking. Then we come to another concept. We've talked of number 1, the primacy effect, 2, the halo effect, 3, confidence via the University of Wolverhampton and Amy Cuddy. And then we're coming to a concept called span of concentration. Now, in a study done by Duquette, Dukkette, and another gentleman, they concluded that the span of concentration is around 20 minutes. So, if you want people to really listen to you, You should have activities and concepts which don't go beyond 20 minutes. Another way of interpreting this would be that you do something for 20 minutes and then you change the topic so that people remain interested. These are the four fundamental principles of public speaking which are utilized, which I have drawn from psychology. I'll be making more of these in other videos. For now, thank you so much and subscribe to my channel if you think what I've spoken of is utilitarian. And don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.